graduated in the year 2020. And Max-Migold has been an excellent training for me. I went through this training and transitioning from an architect to a facility manager, and I totally enjoyed every bit of the training. It's so impactful. It went down to the list, to the bits of everything I need to know as a facility manager, and it has helped my career. Right now, I've gotten a job from NI facility facility that I'm currently managing as a facility manager, and I so enjoyed the training, the team. I got to know about Max-Migold in year 2020 when they put up some flyers on an e-flyer. I saw an e-flyer that talked about facility management training, and it's something I've always shown interest. I've been looking out for what I can do differently as an architect to build myself and add value to myself. Then I got to know about Max-Migold. I followed through, and I had a 2 days free training session with Max-Migold, and from there I got so much interest in building my career as a facility manager, and they have helped me. I've gone through the full training, and I'm a graduate of Max-Migold. I appreciate that, and they have been wonderful. They have added so much value to my career, and it has been an excellent walkthrough with Max-Migold. Thank you.
My name is Peter Lawal, a facility manager with Triumph Properties and Facility Management. A graduate of FMMC Batch 12, of which prior to that I was a graduate of Physics with Electronics. It's funny when you hear physics and facility management. That shows what facility management can do to you. Coming into this, when I took the course, the 3 months Master Craft class, which was quite intense and very eye-opening. I came into the course with the intention of learning more, pending when I will be getting fully employed, because prior to the program, I was still in the job market trying to get somewhere to work. So, fast forward to the class, I went through a lot, and this kind of broadened my perspective to the everyday activities and everyday objects I see around me. There are opportunities, there are all these things matter, right from the fabric of the material used in painting, decorating, even right off the dust on the table, cleaning.
Hello, my name is Amaka Anasi, and before the facility management diploma, Mastercraft diploma, I was working in the Labong School as a facility manager. I heard about the diploma and I attended the free training first because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the diploma. So the free training convinced me that this was it. So I registered for the diploma. It has been worth my while, really. It's been very worth my while. So before the diploma, I had been working in facility management for about 5 years, and generally groping in the dark, making mistakes, learning from costly mistakes. Now with diploma, my facility management strategy has changed. It's no longer firefighting, but even though that still happens occasionally because life happens. But now I know, okay, so I have different maintenance strategies for different assets I can put in place and reach the bins before faults happen, which is the best way of practicing facility management. Then also, I know that some of my colleagues, some of my classmates in diploma have gotten promotions or pay rises, and you want to have that too. And also, through the training, I've been exposed In fact, I'm still being exposed. I contribute and I learn by being part of the alumni group. It's wonderful. There's a lot. I'm exposed to industry standards. You hear from other people who are wearing the same shoes as you're wearing. So you're not alone. It's big, that sense of community. And I want to thank Mr. Paul and the team of Max-Migold for the wonderful opportunity. And I encourage you to do the same to start the program.
My name is Adeniji Clement. I work with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I joined the Max-Migold in January 2022, and which is the diploma program. I enjoyed the program, both the field, practical. There is a practical we run at Ikoyi. I forgot the name of the address. The plumbing practical. It was also and it helped me a lot to even to improve on at my own site. I started working in Ministry of Foreign Affairs since 2007, and from resident at Ikoyi to our training school at Alon Badagry from 2012, and from there, since then, they tried to introduce Max-Migold to me, in which my organization see that from there I can still gain more experience to improve my career. And since when I joined in the area of registrar, asset register, I improve on it. In the area of procurement, I make sure that all our materials and everything is being kept safely. And in the area of maintaining the generator annually also, it helped me a lot. Both the cleaning of the environment, it was so also, and Max-Migold we still continue to be great. And we enjoy Mr. Paul, Mr. Emmanuel. I can't remember all our resource people. We really enjoy them, and I pray that God Almighty will continue to help them, and will continue to promote the Max-Migold. Thank you.
Mastercraft program started. I attended a training before, a free training before the Mastercraft program, and I told myself that it would make a lot of sense to do the Mastercraft program. And just my first day at the class, I learned a lot. It was like I wasn't even practicing facilities management all the time. I went home and I went home very fulfilled, and I told myself I have to do great starting this program. Before then, I didn't have I wasn't called for this interview, but I started dropping my CV in some comments. Then I got this interview, and when I got there, the way I related with people interviewing me, they really knew that I had a serious idea of what facilities management is all about. And before now, trust me, if I did that interview before the class had started, I don't think I would have gotten the job, because a lot of things that I had learned from this place, contract management, facilities management in total, what it's all about and what it entails, brought me out and made me stand out in the interview process. I was able to tell them much about contract management. I was able to tell them much about KPIs and how to supervise and all of that, and how to manage a building, and how to manage facilities in the building, and what to look out for. And very, 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 very impressed with my section. And I'm 100% sure it was due to the few lectures, because I've not even gone so far in Mastercraft program when I went for this interview, but the few
class got me all the ideas, and I was able to move forward and I was able to get the job.
I'm Matthew Ojonuga Friday. Actually, I'm very grateful to be part of this free training. I'm working with Asego Nigeria Limited as a maintenance and servicing engineer. Also, I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. I've been looking into opportunity to build up a career in facility management. And thank God I came across the Max-Migold online on WhatsApp, and I came to the opportunity and I came for the training. Actually, the first time of being here, and I can attest to the fact that the training was absolutely wonderful. I learned something new, very new that I've not learned before. And Mr. Paul is a very wonderful lecturer and also a mentor to say, because what I have downloaded into for this training is what enough to be a mentor to align with. And I believe as time goes on, I promise to get close and learn more from him, because I believe he has much to deliver. And also I want to comment on his efforts so far to make sure the training was wonderful in terms of free lunch and every other facilities and things which have made available for everybody.
My name is Ubote Okoyeno. I heard about Max-Migold from a friend referred me, and actually I just concluded my MSc. I've not actually had another experience different from academics. But coming here today actually has opened my eyes to a lot of opportunities. It has actually made me believe there are lots of opportunities outside academics in terms of the management aspects, the HSC and more of it. And for the speaker, it was very fantastic. He got everybody wow, really made good points, and he changed the idea and thought into very effective. And referring people, I think he has actually brought out the positivity for you to want to tell people about what you have learned, which I believe you want to motivate people to come and do better.
My name is Anayo Victor Waboa. I work with Plus World Realtors. Max-Migold has done a great job by lecturing us on facility management training, fundamentals and specific core competencies in facility management. I really love it because it helped me improve myself better. Despite what I've known, there are still new developments, still new process to the way you carry out facility management procedures in your workplace. I was opportune to ask a lot of questions and get a lot of answers to my questions, and these questions and these answers will rather help me perform better at my work. Yes, Paul Erubami, I've known him for a while now, and he has been so good, he has been so nice. In fact, he called me up this morning, we talked about one or few things concerning facility management and my growth, and I really appreciate him for such an opportunity. Despite not paying any dime for this, yes, we received so much value. We've been here since morning and we are still receiving, and we don't want to go home. I think this training is profitable for everyone who is ready to grow a career in facility management. Thank you very much.
The very first day in class was, my God, wow, you know, the knowledge, everything in the class was just wow. That's what I can say. And today, you know, I've been to different interviews, I've done very well, I've represented very well, and I've worked in one or two organizations. Currently, where I worked, you know, I just joined them this December, and they just made me the head of facilities. Number one was that when I came, there wasn't system at all. Nothing like PPM. They always break down of, you know, service and all of that. So first thing I came, I took the stock, I do a PPM, I create an asset register. They were like, what's going on? So I created the system, all to the knowledge I gained through this institution.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hajia Zainab Saleh, and I'm the Managing Director of Brains and Hammers Facility Management Limited and White Oak Management Services Limited. Both are facilities management companies. Not too long ago, I decided to enroll my staff in a masterclass program organized by Max-Migold Limited. For some of us that are not aware, Max-Migold Limited is a physical facilities management, training, inspection, technology advisory firm. Now, I've known them for quite some time, and I chose, not too long ago, to put my staff through a training program under Max-Migold. And I can assure you that it was worth it. Why do I say that? What value has it brought to me? Or what value has it brought to my staff and to the organization generally? I can assure you there was a change. Why do I say that? Their mindset has begun to change. The way they look at attending to activities and tasks that have been given to them have changed. I even hear it in their conversations. And when you hear my staff discussing about tasks or projects that have been given to them to execute, you hear them saying, oh no, I remember in class they told me not to do this. Let's do it this way, and let's see how it's going to affect the work at the end of the day. The long and short of all what I'm trying to say to you is that if you have an opportunity to send your staff or yourself to Max-Migold, please do it, because it is worth it. And I can assure you that you will see positive changes in your staff, and which will eventually impact in your organization. Do go ahead, work with Max-Migold. You will definitely get what it is you're looking for. Have a lovely day.
We have a lot of courses actually, but I have two that are more interesting to me, like procurement management and facility maintenance strategies. Procurement management, it exposes us to so many things about procurement, the difference between procurement and purchase, all that you need to do to abide by the ethics of procurement standard, everything that you need to succeed as an FM, in procurement. And at the same time, maintenance, facility strategic maintenance is one of the 8 things as an FM that really, puts you at that top, that will really make people appreciate and respect you. The essence of facility, maintenance strategy, the whole essence and objective is to save costs, is to ensure that, the operations of that organization keep running. That's the whole essence of facility operation maintenance. And in those, we have a lot of processes, the strategies to apply. Like for example, we have talked about the reactive / run to fail maintenance plan. We talk about the preventive maintenance plan and the predictive maintenance plan. So
Max-Migold as a preferred trainer for that purpose, which I attended training for 9 months. The 9 months, 3 months was in class, and 6 months was on the field to do our project. And he saw me through to Lagos Business School, which I did my 6 month project there. Gathered a lot of experiences. I saw the value increase in me. So it saw me through to other places like real estate companies, and I worked there for a while before I came to Africa, which automatically I felt it that my value increased because of the training experience from last month. My name is Limited for bringing up this training that has seen world-class facility managers emerged because of his leadership and the quality of the training.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Anayo Onwaboa Victor. I'm a facility management manager in one of Sorry, I'm reduce your sound. All right, good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon.
If you are in the class, kindly respond respond to my greetings. Good afternoon, class. Let me know. I have people that I'll be talking with.
Good afternoon.
Speak up, please. I can't hear you.
Good afternoon, sir.
All right. Good afternoon. I have some few participants. I believe others will join as the class, as we make progress. So today class is generator maintenance, as keeping your backup power from becoming a backup problem. My name is Abel Iyerere. I'm the facilitator of this class. It's just a lunch hour session between 1 and 2. So I would like to beg for your cooperation, not to be distracted. And if you have questions at the end of the class, you can ask so that others can benefit from it. So it's an interactive class. So just to broaden our knowledge about what we do in our facilities. So, like I said, today's lunch hour class is keeping your backup power from becoming a backup problem. There are things you must observe to keep your generator and other equipment that are installed running when you need them most. Right. Objectives of this class, of this course, is after completing this course, students will be able to at the end of this course, students will be able to understand the core component of generator, identify the most common causes of generator failure, and how to prevent them. Perform basic inspection routines that keep backup generator running. Recognize when to escalate
issues for professional attention, apply best practice to ensure safe, efficient, and uninterrupted generator performance during outages. All right. So these are the course outline. So overview of generator type, we have diesel, gas, and hybrid generator. Diesel, most of us are familiar with the diesel generator. Gas is just coming into the industry here in Nigeria. It's also part of a generator. We have hybrid generator, those that perform with diesel and battery. So these are generators that are used in mostly IT substations. So diesel generator, they are known for durability, high power outputs, and reliability in heavy load environments. That's what we use in our facility. When you don't have a disco supply, you fall back to your generator. That's why it's called backup generator. It is diesel generator that we are mostly used in our facility. So they are reliable, they are durable, they are rugged, they can withstand any form of load, depend on the rating of your capacity, your facility, and that determines the type of or the rating of the generator that will be procured. We have gas generator. They produce cleaner, they are very clean in emissions and quiet operation, ideal for facility prioritizing environment compliance. Mostly, this is what they use in like Guinness. They make use of gas generator. It's very clean and also durable. It's rugged. So they are almost maintenance free, unlike the diesel generator. So the gas generator has high quality performance than the diesel generator in terms of maintenance. The hybrid system combine traditional generators with batteries or renewable to reduce fuel use and operating cost. If you global on those days make use of this type of generator, I believe all other I, IT infrastructure suppliers have adopted this hybrid system. So where a generator runs for some certain hours and shut down and the battery continues. So it helps to guarantee uninterrupted power supply and also cost effective to run your facility. They are quite expensive, but on the long run, you are investing on them, depends on what you want. So hybrid system is a combination of traditional generator with batteries or renewables to reduce fuel use and operating cost. Cost and maintenance differences. Fuel type impacts long-term expenses, service interval, and operational complexity. Like your diesel generator, we say every 200 or 250 hours, you must service, you replace parts, you replace this. Is not cost effective compared to the gas generator. The gas generator maintenance is almost free, but once in a while you carry out, unlike the generator, diesel generator, where you carry out routine service at every interval. So best fit applications, match generator type to facility site, load demand, and energy strategies ensure optimal performance. What does this mean? When you don't just procure a generator to your site, you procure a generator or you purchase a generator based on the load demand.
Everything they forget. No, forget internet.
Huh? Sorry, the facilitator is having network issue. He will join soon. Join back soon.
Hello, I cannot hear him again. So, anybody having the same issue?
Same here. I think the
The
moderator.
facilitator is having a network issue. He will jump back. He will jump the call soon.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
I'm also having the same issue here.
Sorry, I, I believe you can see me now. You can hear me. Okay. All right, sorry about that. That was a kind of network instability. Confirm if you can hear me. Can you hear me, please?
Loud and clear, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can hear you now, sir. Thank you.
All right. Sorry for the disruption. So, like I was saying, like we stop at the hybrid type of the type of generator. We have the hybrid one, the gas one, and the diesel type. So the best practice is to ensure that you have a good load analysis to be able to size the type of generator for your facility. You don't just buy a generator because you want to buy. The load must be determined, and this what can what's your what can best power your facility is also key. So after determining the load, the wattage, everything, what you need to do is to recommend the correct size of generator for your organization or your facility. So you don't just recommend a generator. Load analysis must be carried out, done by experts for a generator to work effectively. So we have key components in a generator. We have the engine size, the alternator part, the control panel, and the fuel system. Attention must be given to all these components for your generator to work effectively. The engine, the powerhouse of the generator that converts fuel into mechanical energy. It is the part that converts mechanical energy to fuel to mechanical energy through your injector and engine block. We have the alternator. They transform mechanical energy into electrical power for facility operations. So this is where electricity is generated, the alternator side of your generator. The alternator is attached to this flywheel here, so where electricity is generated. We have the control panel. This is where monitors are carried out. Monitors performance, display diagnosis, and enable automatic or manual operation. This is the interface between the human and the generator. So where every parameter is displayed and see how your generators are performing. So if there's any fault, it is through the control panel you diagnose and ensure that faults are cleared and reported before you on the generator again. We have the fuel system. This is you store, delivers, and regulates fuel supply to ensure consistent generator performance. This is where the fuel is being taken from the diesel tank through the injector and into the generator. Calculated amount of fuel is being discharged or supplied into the generator for its optimal performance. That is integrated operation. All components work together to produce stable, reliable backup during outage. So these are the key components of engine generator, the engine type side, the alternator, the control panel, and the fuel system. So everything works together to ensure the performance of the generator and the facility runs smoothly. Fuel issue. Why do we have fuel issue? We have contamination, clogging, and poor storage. So fuel contamination from water, maybe over long storage, you just go to the depot and get fuel. So as water may not be there at the initial stage, but fuel is a combination of liquid and other components. When they are heated at the depot, over in the night, there is what called condensation, just like evaporation and condensation. They condense and some droplet of water goes into the tank, into the diesel, mixed with the diesel, over time becomes contaminated with water. So that reduces combustion efficiency and can damage engine component. Ensure that the diesel that is going into your generator, the fuel going into your generators is clean, and ensure you install water separator to reduce the effect of this contaminated fuel. The water separator will separate the water from the diesel because of density. Diesel is lighter than water. It flows on top and allow the filtered one to go into your generator. We have clogged filter and lines caused by debris or degraded fuel. So the effect of contaminated water will make your filters, your fuel filter to be clogged. I run a facility where every 5 days they were changing fuel filter until I presented to the management to do a thorough cleaning of their underground storage tank, which they did. At the end of the day, the fuel was clean and they no longer change filter as they were doing it. So these are things to pay attention to when you are managing your generator. The effect of water in diesel will make your filter to choke and clog and cause generator shutdown when you don't expect. Poor storage practice also accelerate fuel degradation, especially with diesel that forms sludge over time. Like I told you, you may say, oh, there is no rain into this water. Rain water does not go into this water. I told you evaporation and condensation can bring water into your diesel, whether you cover it or not. Because of heat and evaporation and the condensation, water is retained inside your diesel. So ensure you carry out proper fuel arrangements for your facility so that your generator lifespan can be extended through clean supply diesel. Environmental factors like heat, humidity, and condensation increase the risk of fuel breakdown. Preventive measures such as periodic fuel polishing, that is, if you use the galvanized tank, ensure the inside are coated on a regular basis. If the part of your PPM can be every 2 years, every 3 years, you recoat the inside of your tank, your storage tank, so that it will have little effect on the diesel. So also you wash, you clean, you wash and dry on a regular basis. It should be part of your PPM. So if you don't have it as part of it, ensure you put it there so that you are saving cost for your organization and also preventing generator breakdown. So proper sealing, extend fuel life and reliability. So these are what causes fuel issue. The fuel issue we have on site is people don't pay attention to what they are meant to. You need to change your water separator element, change it. You need to clean. Don't say, oh, it's work. Everything is fine. Everything is not fine. There are routine maintenance for every equipment that has to do with your generator arrangement. Battery and sensor failure that leads to unexpected stuff. So weak or aging battery struggle to deliver. So there are lifetime for battery. So as the battery is being used on a regular basis, ensure that they don't fail. Keep cleaning when you are meant to clean. That is the terminal head, the local action. If you are using a wet battery, that's what we call local action. You will see those things that looks like hearts, carbon, white carbon on the surface of the terminal. So you clean when you are meant to clean so that there will be proper conductivity. So loose or corrode battery terminals interrupt electrical flow and trigger sudden shutdown of fade start. So when your batteries are loose, when they are not properly firm, when they are not firm, if you want to start your generator, you will assume that everything is fine. They may fail you. So ensure the needed maintenance is carried out on a regular basis. Either daily, you check the battery terminals, check their firmness to the battery head, and all that will keep your battery running. Poor calibration, faulty sensor like temperature, oil pressure, fuel level send incorrect signal that can force the generator into protective shutdown. So if these sensors are malfunctioning and you don't pay attention to them, so the generator might be working, suddenly it will shut down. If you check, you will find out that the water level is there. Maybe there's no proper contact between the water sensor and because of some level of depth around the water. Ensure these are checked on a regular basis. Oil sensor too. If there's a loose connection in the oil sensor, you have to ensure that they are properly tightened, they are firm to the where they are meant to be connected to. If there's a loose one, it will be shutting down the generator. Because there's a partial contact, it is contacting and removing partial contact. So there will be intermittent shutdown. What you need to do, ensure that all these sensors are properly tightened and firm to where they are meant to be. Poor calibration or damaged wiring result in inaccurate reading that confuse the control system. Ensure that the calibration or the wires are well placed where they are meant to be. So when there's a wrong signal to the control panel, it will shut down just to protect the generator. It might not be at the needed hour, but ensure everything is fine and okay. Lack of routine testing leaves undetected battery degradation or sensor malfunction until the generator is needed most. So if you don't pay attention to all these simple things, when you need the generator most, it will fail you. So if you can't pay attention to just battery and sensor, nobody will commit a large facility to you to manage. I'm the class. Okay, thank you. All right. Routine inspection, fluid, filters, belts, leaks. So these are the things you check out on routine inspection. When you are carrying out routine inspection, they are very small things. They are very minute, but you have to make sure attention is given to them. Check fluid level, that's engine oil level, coolant level, fuel level, to prevent overheating, friction damage, and sudden shutdown. If the levels are short beyond the sensor gauge, it will shut down. If there is shortage of water in your radiator, the engine will experience overheating. It will shut down and you start spending money that you are not meant to spend. So attention to details, carried out routine inspection with a checklist on a daily basis, weekly basis, and the case may be, helps to prolong the lifespan of your generator. Inspect and replace filters, oil, air, fuel, to maintain clean airflow and prevent engine strain. So if all these things are compliant, they are not replaced when they are meant to replace, it forces the engine to operate, and other components might be getting damaged, stressed, and in the long run, you end up spending money that you are not meant to spend because you did not do what you are meant to. If you need to change air filter, just like your nose, if your nose is blocked, you look for an alternative to start breathing. The same way, if there is no fresh air coming to the engine to cool off the engine will look for alternative to cool itself. It might be that the gasket, that's when you see some gasket will be expanded and misaligned. Then oil will start leaking. Before you know, the generator will break down, you start calling for overhauling. Like I tell people, if you tell me, oh, I know how to do overhauling, it's because you didn't pay attention to the right maintenance that you are meant to do. If you pay attention to the simple maintenance thing that you are meant to do, you will not think of doing overhauling. Belt also, examine belt for wear such as crack, fraying, and loosening that can disrupt generator function. Look for fluid leaks around hose, seal, and connection to avoid pressure drop and engine contamination. Document inspection findings to track deterioration pattern and plan timely maintenance. So when all these things, when you notice anything, ensure you put them in writing, put them in your book, your document, so that you have history of the generator. If someone asks a question, is it good to top oil? No. If you start noticing shortage of oil shortage in your generator, that means there's a problem. Don't start topping it. Record it down so that I noticed that the oil has short. We have watched for the past 1 week, the oil is still shorting. You call for attention, reach out for an expert, a professional that will come and do a thorough inspection based on your observation to come and rectify that problem. If you keep topping the oil, you are not solving the problem. You are only prolonging the issue, and one day the topping may not work. It will lead to total breakdown of the generator. Load testing and weekly monthly run schedule. Perform no-load tests regularly to ensure the generator starts reliably and runs without mechanical issue. These are things you do, whether you may have power supply from the public grid. On a norm, you should also go and run your generator run it on idle for some time so that when there is need for you to use the backup generator, it will not fail you. Conduct load tests under controlled conditions to verify the generator can handle actual facility power demand. So you can choose to run the generator because it's idle for some time, put all the load on it, ensure and monitor to see if the generator is still able to withstand the load demand for the facility. Weekly run schedule, keep the engine lubricated, fuel circulated, and battery charged. So when you do this, it helps you to maintain the standard of the generator or the machine. So you do monthly, you do quarterly, and track results and adjust schedule based on performance trend, usage, and manufacturer recommendation. So when you keep at this, your machine or your generator will run efficiently and effectively. So don't overlook something. Oh, don't just say I will do it later. No, on a monthly, we have daily, we have weekly, we have monthly. Ensure they are documented. If there's any deviation based on manufacturer recommendation, escalate to the appropriate experts so they can give it the needed attention. We have lockout and tag out. This is what is used during maintenance for safety. For safety, if you are carrying out a maintenance on a particular machine, you put a tag there. If you have the key, lock it, and so that other people don't have access to where the machine can be put to use. So you are the one that is in control, so that it will not cause accidents and cause damage to the facility and the personnel. Train all personnel on proper LOTO, that's lockout and tag out usage, and emergency shutdown procedure. In case of emergency, what to do and what not to do. Store waste safely in approved container and tanks away from heat sources and spark. So don't, anything that is flammable, don't put them close to where you have heat, because it can ignite and cause you a lot to put out. It's better you store them in a designated place far from where you have heat and a combustion. Maintain fire suppression equipment near generator rooms, including extinguishers suitable for electrical and fuel filter. So there are extinguishers that are recommended for use in the generator space. There are that you can use in case of emergency. All your personnel must be trained to be able to handle fire in case of emergency. So we have type of extinguisher that can be used for this kind of operation. Ensure they are well serviced and maintained. Your generator needs ventilation, just like human being needs ventilation. They need to breathe in fresh air to cool off and exchange the warm air that has accumulated inside the engine. So exhaust helps to achieve this. Also, radiator helps to achieve this. The exhaust through the air filter bring in fresh air and expel the heated air inside the engine compartment. Ensure proper ventilation in generator rooms to prevent heat buildup and maintain safe operating conditions. If there is a feedback heat into the engine room, it will lead to overheating. The generator will keep breaking down and engine start knocking. You spend more on overhauling. Ensure you do what you are meant to do. Proper ventilation that takes out heat out of the engine room. Install exhaust system that's safely channeled fuel away from occupant and prevent indoor air contamination. In as much as you want to run a generator, consider other users of the environment. If there is contaminated air, the AC is bringing in contaminated air, people are being affected with carbon monoxide and other form of contaminated air. Ensure the exhaust is well channeled away from where it can affect people. Monitor noise level to comply with occupational health and local regulation, reducing hearing risk. If you need to, if there is no need, if you need to purchase a sample generator because of noise level, go ahead and the initial cost might be high, but you are compliant with industry standard that says talked about noise reduction. Use soundproof or acoustic enclosure to minimize operational noise in occupied area. Regular inspection, what you can achieve with this is regular inspection and testing ensures ongoing compliance with environmental, safety, and workplace standard. When you do what you are meant to do on a regular basis, nobody will come at you to say you have flouted these regulations. So doing them and documenting them will help you to maintain a high standard operation. Warning sign that require expert intervention. What you need to know on your generator. Unusual noise such as knocking, grinding, or irregular engine sound during start or operation. If you hear any unusual noise, a knocking sound, kindly escalate, don't manage it. Escalate to the appropriate vendor or service provider. They will come and do something they are meant to do. Frequent start failure or difficulty maintaining consistent generator operation. If you experience a hard starting or generator is working, suddenly it shut down, you know that something is wrong. Excess smoke or unusual exhaust smell indicate fuel oil or combustion issue. When you notice all this, escalate to the right person, the right service provider. Fluctuating or low voltage output. This is another fault that is associated with generator. If you are experiencing this, I escalate to the right channel. Repeated sensors or control panel alarm that cannot be resolved through routine maintenance. Anything of this you observe, reach out to the appropriate vendor or to respond to them and correct. So when you are to do a maintenance or preventive maintenance, you do a schedule with the technicians. So what you need to do is to select, certify. I know in your facility they have vendor management who are handling various kind of equipment, including generator. What you need to do is to choose the right vendor, establish a preventive maintenance schedule based on manufacturer recommendations and facility usage. Some people say if you use generator for like 6 months, you service. If you use it for like 250 hours, you service. Depends on what comes first. Coordinate service during low impact. Ensure your maintenance are done when the impact will not be too much on the facility. When you have the high turnaround, or when you have high volume of people using the facility, that's when you now carry out maintenance. No, do maintenance schedule is in the corporate organization, like weekends when nobody is around. You don't have negative substantial effect on the facility. If it's residential, you can plan during the week when people have gone to work. When they come back in the evening, that's not when you should do your maintenance. Or Saturday, when they are around enjoying their home, that's when you do maintenance. No, plan it during the week for residential, and for commercial, you plan during evening or night when there's less traffic. Document all maintenance activities to track performance, repair, and warranty compliance. Make sure everything you do is documented so that as a track record. Review and update service contracts regularly to ensure timely inspection, parts replacement, and emergency support. So when you carry out all of these, it will run at peace. So your generator will run well. Conclusion, regular maintenance prevent backup, it prevent backup power failure and ensures operational continuity. Routine inspection and load testing keep generators reliable when they are needed most. Monitoring fuel, batteries, and sensors reduces unexpected downtime and costly repair. When you monitor and what you are meant to monitor and document it, you don't call for emergency repair. Oh, I want to repair this urgent. No, nothing like urgent. You have to plan. Safety protocols and professional servicing protect personnel and equipment during maintenance. Proactive FM strategy transform generators from a backup rate into a trusted safety net for your facility. I think this is the end of the class. If you have any question, you can quickly ask before the time runs out. We have you like 20 minutes to interact with ourselves with questions that will benefit every participant here. All right. If you can hear me, in no particular order, questions can start coming in regarding what we have talked about this afternoon. Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I need your contribution. We have run through the slide. I need your contribution or your questions, if you have any, so that we know we are together. Or do you enjoy the class so far? Hello, they are not talking.
Yes, moderator. Good afternoon. My name is Noah. Thank you for your time and then for your exposition. It was well placed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thanks for that. More feedback and contribution.
Okay. Moderator, thank you very much. The lecture is very short and interesting and educating. But
Thank
my
you so much. We
question
didn't
is,
get to know your name.
oh, my name is Adinka Adini.
Okay, good to hear from you.
Hello,
Thank
can you
you.
hear me? Yes. My question,
Yes, I can hear
I
you.
want you to just to, yes, I want you to throw more light on the sensors that are connected to the generator. I just want you to throw more light on that area. How is it more relevant? The sensors on
Okay.
generator.
All right. I'll respond to you right away. Sensors, they sense fault, they sense threats. So they are like your security, like your guard in your house. So they allow passage of people in and out. So if like oil sensor, if it's sense that there is no enough oil in your generator, it will send a message to the control panel to shut down, because it's been designed that when engine oil is short on your generator, the generator should shut down. It's protecting the life of the generator, the overall performance of the generator. So the oil sensor, if the oil is below the gauge, it will shut down, it will not start. As much as you try to start it, it won't start, except you disconnect the sensor. If you disconnect the sensor, you are putting the generator at risk. Anything can happen. The same thing with water sensor. If the water is low beyond the gauge, it will send signal from to the control panel to shut down the entire generator. It will not work. It will it will stop and it will draw your attention. You see, you check and see that it will display on the panel that water level, water level, water level. So you see it on the display panel. You navigate through and make sure you put water. Once you top the water, it will regularize itself. Then the generator can come up. We have engine temperature sensor. If the engine is too hot and it's going to affect the generator, the sensor will shut down. You don't need to be there to operate it. So that's the work of a sensor. It's like a protection for the entire generator. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir. I really grab it. Very, very detailed. Now, that sensor is not that all the generator come with sensor. We are to program it with generator. Am I right?
No, there's no generator that will not come with a sensor. The manufacturer, the OEM or the manufacturer will not even allow a generator to leave their site or their production sites to a customer. So all sensors come from the factory. So you don't need to do anything. If you need to add anything further, you consult your OEM. They will tell you what to do.
Okay. And okay, from the for we to sense it, it will be displayed on the component.
Yes.
Those things.
Yes,
Okay.
it will be displayed on the control panel.
I mean control panel. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Where we normally on and off.
And you will see it on the display. You see it there. Either light will be blinking or a sensor. You see a red light, or it will write it out. You will see it. So the modern technology has made life easier for us, just like you are navigating through your laptop or your telephone. There are some that will even highlight you from your phone if it's web programmed, if your facility is automated or is auto-driven or Ethernet driven. So you will see the fault from your phone. Low level of diesel, low level of diesel, low water temperature, low water, high temperature, and all of that. You will see it from your phone if it's programmed like that. Thank you. Any other contribution?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Very, very much. I appreciate. Bless you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Ask questions that will benefit people. This is an interactive section.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Let's know you. Let's know.
Okay,
Yes.
my name is Agada Joseph.
All right, go ahead, Joseph.
Okay, sir. I remember you said something about load testing for generators. Like I didn't get that part clearly. If we have a building now, like a four-story building, and I want to propose to management about the type of generator they should purchase for that particular building. So how am I going to tell them like this is type you should purchase? How do I calculate the load testing for that building? Do I do it individually for each equipment they have, like generator, like ACs, other minor equipment? How do I calculate the total load to be able to propose to them like this is the type of generator you should purchase that would be able to carry this particular building, or that will be able to give it, I'll be able to have an allowance on that generator in case of future purchases of equipment. So how do I do that, sir?
All right. When you are started with that responsibility, first of all, you need to conduct load audits. Load audits. And in doing that, like you mentioned, you have equipment ranging from AC, fridge, and other installed equipment, electric kettle and co, fridges and co. So you have to determine the wattage of each of them. If it's maybe one flat, the design of the apartment is similar across. You can use is an apartment as your test, as your guard. Maybe you have like 3 AC in each of the flat. So you have 3 AC, 2 water heater, and thereabout. Determine the wattage of those equipment. and multiply it by the number of units of apartment that you have. Then you have the aggregate power demand as built. That's as built. So after getting it, you determine the kVA. Maybe what if your total load that you arrive at is about 1,000 watts or 1,000 kilowatts, we do with kilowatt. Divide that 1,000 by 0.8, that's the power factor, to determine the exact kVA that will power that building. When you do that, you do a diversity factor. That is a factor 0.7 diversity factor to know what to the allowance that you will give. If you have like, let's say 0.8 divided by 1,000 divided by 0.8 will give you how much? Do the calculation and let me know. 1,000 divided by 0.8. Do it and tell the class. I'll give you 1,250 kVA. 1,250 kVA. Are you with me?
I'm here, sir.
Okay. Maybe your aggregate load is 1,000 kilowatts. So for you to get kVA, you divide that 1,000 by 0.8. That's the power factor. You are converting to kVA, and to give you 1,250 kVA. So that's the exact load generator demand for your facility. So you cannot recommend 1,250 exactly to your facility. You can give an allowance. Let's say you push it to about 1,600 kVA. 1,600 kVA. You are giving an allowance. You understand? So
Yes, sir.
for
Yes, sir.
diversity factor, feature expansion, and co, you recommend that. So that is what you recommend for your facility. That's how to determine that.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. We have like few minutes to go. Any other question that benefits the class before we call it a day? Hello? Are we still together? I want us to maximize this time for
Yes,
our
we can hear you,
benefit.
moderator. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm asking if there's any contribution from either of you or
I
any.
get. I'm in order. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay. Jesus.
Sir,
Speak on.
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Let's
I'm
meet you. Your
Aremo
name.
Johnson. I'm Aremo Johnson. So I
Okay.
came in a bit late. So I think you're talking about the water separators and diesel type and all. But the network at my own end is very cracky. I couldn't hear you that much. So I want to ask, is there a way one can know when a diesel is not mixed with water? Because I noticed in my previous place of work, we usually wash the diesel tank on quarterly to ensure that okay the water in the diesel tank is being flushed out. So is there a way one can mitigate that?
Yeah, like I said, you may.
So maybe before the supplier supply the diesel, is there a way one can check whether the diesel
Yeah,
is not mixed with water and all?
yeah, you can check. There's a way. We do what's called litmus test. If there is litmus test, we indicate there's a kind of test or paste you put on your stick from pale yellow or so. When you dip it, become red. It turns yellow to red. That shows there is water. You dip it inside.
Okay.
It's a paste. There's a paste that is used for that, water paste. So you get it. It's part of the kit
Or
that you use
it
to.
can be easily be procured in the market.
Yeah, it's part of the kit that you use to detect water, and it's part of
Okay.
the kit for diesel supply and receiving.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there's a paste. Get it, put it, and roll inside a kind of long pole or pipe. Rub it and dip it. If there is water, it will show from maybe yellow to to red. So there is a paste for that. Ask for it and you will get it.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So
You're
I
welcome.
also want to ask if this particular class will be on YouTube, because and this particular aspect of load the kind of generator that one should get, maybe when you are coming into a new property, to be able to determine the load that that particular property can carry. You were explaining it, but it's a bit cracky at my own end. I couldn't hear the whole detailed information you are giving to my other colleague, that you were
Okay.
trying to explain better. So I'll be
Yeah.
pleased if the video can be maybe shared on YouTube so that one can go back and rewatch again.
Okay. Just put your question together. It can be uploaded on the YouTube. I think
I
it's
don't know if
already
Miracle
Yeah,
can hear me.
I can hear
it's on
you.
YouTube. It's on
The
YouTube.
video is on YouTube. All launch our
Okay.
videos usually on YouTube.
Okay. Thank you very
And
much.
if you hold on, if you can put your question together and pass it across to Miracle, Miracle will get it across to me. It will be answered and shared with every other person that might require the information. So just put your question together and share it with her. She will reach out to me.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate.
You're welcome. Before we go, we have 3 minutes to go. Any other question that will benefit everyone here or contribution that will benefit everyone is welcome. We have 3 minutes to go. All right. If there is no further question, I would like to thank you for your patience, for your cooperation, for your support for the success of this class, for making our time to join us in our lunch hour time. Have a great day. God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you everyone for
Thank you,
joining
sir.
today's section. And thank you for spending your time with us. We truly appreciate. And I hope you all learned something. So we'll be having a free facility management training by April 4th. And we hope to see everyone join both physically and virtually. You can also invite your friends that might be interested in the training. And after this section, if you're interested to taking it to the next level, you can also let us know about it, because our next call will be starting by April 4th and April 13th. And registration is currently ongoing with a 5% discount on it. And we also have a 50% discount for a group of 5 to 10. Thank you. Hope to see you on the free training and next week launch our section. Bye.